Oh, sorry.
Hi, Alfred. Hi, RJ. Hi, Nyan. Hi, Tamara. Or Tamara. Whichever you prefer. Hi, Paul Greenwell's got a small green belt. What's poppin'? What's the deal, son? It's the first time I've done the news 2 days in a row. Since I have no friends and all my ladies left me, all I got left is my dear friend David Young. David Young, by the way, today is Ray Randall's birthday. Ray Randall's birthday. I think he's 62 today. Can you believe Ray Randall made it to 22? Let alone 62? Hi, Colleen. What's poppin'? Hi, Joe. Joe Hernandez in the place to be. 1212 on the mic, you see. Oh, it's cold out, but I can't hold out when I fold out. You feel me? Ambrose is in the house. I'm just waiting to see if Rev is going to drop by. Now, Rev's been in jail, so he doesn't get Wi-Fi in jail, unfortunately. So we're going to see if... All right. Of course David Young knows. David knows everything. Hi, Bronx Girl. I see you in other chats. They call you ABX Girl. I always just thought it was a Bronx Girl. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong, which is very highly unlikely. So let's start the show. We got a bunch to get in today. Also, we got some really great prizes. Got some really great prizes. I'm not giving you nothing. See, my lawyer says I can say an outrageous claim, but then if I do this and say I'm not, then it's a takeaway. Oh, today I'm going to give out some really cool stuff. Not really. See what I did there? My lawyer says it covers me. My lawyer was Donald Trump's ex-lawyer. He went bankrupt and he couldn't because he wasn't paid. But let's do it. Look at this. Hunter. Here's Hunter Biden. I have been talking about this for like 7 years, bro. By the time they finally get him, he's going to be too old for jail. He's going to be older than his dad. They've been talking about getting the goods on... do I look like a Hunter Biden fan? I don't give a shit if they get him or don't get him. If he did what they say he did, get him. But don't talk about it every day. You look like morons. Oh, we're going to get him next week. Next week. That's what Trump used to say. We got health care. 2 weeks. About 2 weeks from now. 9 years he's been saying the same 2 weeks. Should I buy these guys a calendar for Christmas? They're coming to get Hunter Biden within the next 2 weeks. Today, in a few minutes, I'm going to talk about regret. One of my biggest regrets in life. I think you might want to check that out. It's nothing salacious. Nothing good like that. Alright, listen, I say this all the time, and I mean it from the heart. I really do. If you know her phone number, I just need to talk to her. It's ever so brief. I just need to find out where the rest of her damn bathing suit. Look at this badass mama jamma. She's a bad mama jamma. Remember snow? We haven't had snow in 9 years in New York. Remember snow? We might get it. First of all, with those, we're not going to get it. Snow has to be 32 degrees to get snow. I learned that in school. My biology teacher taught me that. And something really horrible happened yesterday. I have the video. I'm not showing it. Several people sent me the video. Guys, I appreciate all videos, but I don't want some where people get killed in them. So in the future, if they're getting killed or there's cruelty towards a human being or towards an animal, please don't send it. You could tell me, hey, Bob, if you've seen the video, and I'll check it. But I got the video out 4 times last night, and I think it's because I talk about it on my show all the time, about be careful on them subways. Now, I think this took place in Philadelphia. Two guys arguing. The one guy takes the guy, they're scuffling, throws him right on the track. He's ran over by a train. He hits the track, and within 2 seconds, he's ran over and killed by a train. It's horrific and horrible. If you guys want to see it, it's on TMZ. It went viral. I don't like to see people getting hurt. When you see a kid on a bicycle and you know the video is going to end with the kid wrecking or popping a wheelie on his motorcycle, I don't watch stuff like that. Kid on a skateboard breaks his leg, I don't watch stuff like that. The guy did. It shows a big tall white guy and a smaller black guy tussling on the subway platform. I spoke out about it on my channel many times. I speak out it for this exact reason. I want to help people and protect people. But he threw him right on the tracks. And I think he would have probably been injured a little bit. But unfortunately threw him on the tracks, and within not even 1 second, the train came. I believe the man should be arrested for murder. It's all caught on video, so. AI apocalypse. Guys, don't sleep on AI. AI stands for artificial intelligence, unless you're a basketball fan for the 76ers. It stands for Allen Iverson, who, in my opinion, is actually bigger than AI. The Earth is in the house. Look at that. He's saying boom, 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 but I think that's the Mighty Bulls catchphrase. So maybe the Earth has an alias I didn't know about. AI is everywhere, guys. They can have a video right now of Obama going, you guys know what? I want to fight Donald Trump behind the bar. If he comes outside, I'll whoop his ass. And you think it's really him. AI is so good right now that I'm actually Action Kid right now. Boogie Bob couldn't make it, so I took his place. AI is so good you cannot tell the difference. It's really, really, really good. We do have a nor'easter coming. A nor'easter coming. Now, guys, the list was released. It's the Epstein list. I'm not on it. Very, very happy that I'm not on it, but some of the names that are on it. David Copperfield, I bet his ass wishes he could disappear right now. I bet he wishes he could disappear right now. David Copperfield's on the list. I bet he wishes he could make that list disappear right now. I'll tell you someone who's not on the list. That's because he's no longer breathing. And that's Epstein. Stephen Hawking is on the list. Just because you're on the list does not mean you did anything. It just means you associated with this guy. If you type in Trump Epstein, there's at least, not kidding, 60 different pictures of them together, hanging out, arm around each other in nightclubs. In one video, Donald Trump says, on the video, it's not hearsay, he says it. And this, again, doesn't prove anything bad about Donald Trump. But there's a video of him saying, oh, Jeffrey Epstein, great, great guy. Been friends about 15 years. Great guy. He does like I'm a little young, on the younger side. Those were his words. Don't believe me? Type it in. I lost it today. Here is the Prince. That's King Charles' little brother right there with his arm around a 16-year-old girl that was procured by Ghislaine Maxwell. This is the girl that started it all. She started the big lawsuit. She exposed these guys for what they are, pieces of trash. Here's some of the names on the list. And these are all very, very wealthy men because, you know, obviously Epstein's not palling around with poor people. You've got Michael Jackson, Naomi Campbell, supermodel Naomi Campbell. Many of these names, I don't know them. I'm not going to say a bunch of names I don't know. But, of course, Bill Clinton. Actually met Bill Clinton. Also met David Copperfield. You want to hear the David Copperfield story? So I own and operate the largest bathroom attendant company on the planet at that time, with over 200 bathrooms in New York City. And I owned the bathrooms. That's what I didn't do coat check back then. I had one or two coat check, but mostly bathrooms. That was my bread and butter, bathrooms, bathroom attendants. And I had all the places. Planet Hollywood, Hard Rock Cafe. And then they had any kind of theme restaurant I had. Denim and Diamonds, which was country western. Of course, the Harley Davidson Cafe, which was the big Harley Davidson Cafe. And then one of the ones I was really proud of was Fashion Cafe. All of these took their cue from Robert Earl, who ran with the theme of Hard Rock Cafe. When you go into a Hard Rock Cafe, I've got a brilliant video on my channel. If you just type in Boogie Bob Tour Hard Rock Cafe. Not to be confused with my Hard Rock Hotel. Hard Rock Cafe is a museum. So you could be eating your cheeseburger next to Jimi Hendrix's guitar, or B.B. King's guitar, or ZZ Top's drum, whatever, Prince's suitcase. So it's a beautiful, beautiful restaurant, a beautiful chain. Well, that Planet Hollywood came, and it was owned by Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. I worked for them for many years. I owned about 9 of their locations, bathrooms. And then all of a sudden they started popping up like crazy. Then I owned the bathroom for the same group of investors, except this was sports. And this is where my bosses were Charlie Sheen, Tiger Woods, Monica Seles, Wayne Gretzky, Shaquille O'Neal, Ken Griffey Jr., Joe Montana. Those were all my bosses at the kids over here smoking their blunts. Those were all my bosses at the All-Star Cafe. But then I got the Fashion Cafe, and the Fashion Cafe was owned by Cindy Crawford. I don't know models that well. She was very, very lovely. Linda Evangelista, like Claudia Schiffer. And because Claudia Schiffer at the time was dating David Copperfield, he was there all the time. One time I happened to be there going to pick up money from some of my attendants. And David Copperfield, they had a big dinner party out there. David Copperfield went into the bathroom. Took a poop. We all take poops. Now, I've never taken a poop before, but I heard that a lot of you have taken poops. I've never had a booger or took a poop, so I don't know what that's about. But he was taking a poop. He had a horrible, horrible poop. He was in there about 10 minutes. And then, we're bathroom attendants, bro. I didn't speak on this for years. Now it's closed and he don't care. He probably does care. He came out of the stall. I wasn't working. My attendant, Jason's brother, was working. Kid I brought over from England. I'd bring people over, they'd come work in the bathroom, make a couple $100 and live while they're in New York and have fun. And our job was when they come out of the stall to be standing there, turn the sink on for them. Hello, sir, how are you? Give them a squirt of soap and hand them some paper towels. He didn't want nothing. He took a shit, a poop, and then he came out. Hi, gents. Walked right by us. Walked right out into the thing, and me and him are looking at each other like, listen, I get it. Some people don't want to wash their hands. That's fine. But don't do it in front of 2 people who are standing there as witnesses. I had a whole bunch of celebrities do this to me. Anyways, he walks out, walks over to the table, and starts hugging people. Hey, there she is! He grabs the guy by the face. There's my man! How are you? And I'm getting ready to yell, yo, he's got shit on his fingers! I didn't say nothing. Guy's over there. These rolls are delicious. I'm like, yo, bro, he's in there taking a shit. It wasn't a regular poop that some of you guys would take. I've never taken a poop, so I don't know what they're like. It was a very nasty, gnarly poop. And this is a guy that walks around. This is him casual. Usually he wears a damn tuxedo. I think he was wearing a tuxedo that day. Morons in there taking a poop. Tomorrow is January 6th, a date that will live in infamy in America. It is the day that there was an attempt at a hostile takeover to stop the steal, to run into the Capitol. Now listen, guys, if I was there with my camera, I was a big YouTube star back then. I'm nothing now. I'm a big YouTube star back then. If I was there with my camera, I've thought about this many times, would have been right there My heart would have been different. I wouldn't have been there to stop a steal. I would have been there to document it. And I'm walking down the hallway. Where's Nancy Pelosi? Guys, here's Nancy Pelosi's desk. I would have probably been arrested for trespassing. I get that you're caught up. And some people, there's been over 1,000 arrests and convictions. I get that some people maybe were there as a looky-loo. But for those, and it's hard to tell who's there and who's not. Who's there for looky-loo and who's there for nefarious purposes. They should all be treated the same. But for you to claim that they are kidnap victims or they are held against their will, yeah, they got arrested. And then bitches should do every year of their sentence. The ones who were taking a shit on Nancy Pelosi's desk and bragging about it on YouTube, every one of them should do 10 years. I think if I right now took a screwdriver and broke into this burrito shop right here, it's closed. I broke into the burrito shop and took a shit on the floor, I'd probably do a year. You're gonna break into the Capitol, smash windows, beat up police officers, and it's just a walk in the park. FOH. Tomorrow is 3 years. I was live in Times Square when it happened. Had my ladies calling me up, yo, turn on the news. I go, I'm making the news, girl. So, all right, let's just continue on. Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew has been stripped of all his, he's still going to be a prince, but he's no longer in charge of the English Army or the Color Guard or whatever. He's been stripped of everything. He had an underage orgy, according to the newest report. Prince Andrew was accused of participating in an underage orgy on sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's private island. Lolita Island, it was called. Absolutely horrible and horrific. Very, very sad. Hunter, oh, they're going to get him. They're coming. Hunter's going to be an old-ass man. They're going to be like, we're going to get you. You're going to go, I don't know about that, Sonny. I'm 89 years old. I'm still hoping Giuliani goes to prison. Call me crazy. I believe that if you're out there getting sloppy and doing stuff, there are repercussions. And when they come, they come. I'm not going to do anything on the migrant crisis because I've done it many, many times. I will say that I pray for every man, woman, and child who is hurting across earth, looking for a place to land where they can be accepted with love, kindness, and acceptance. And that includes migrants and non-migrants alike. A hostage from Israel. I think it's Israel. Let's find out. A hostage featured in a Hamas propaganda video was killed during a doomed rescue mission. Israel went in, we're going to get you out, and they killed the guy. They are now hostages that have been freed, are talking about the sexual assaults, the mental anguish, the mental torture. An Israeli mother and her 2 young daughters experienced psychological warfare over the 50 days they were held hostage by Hamas, including being told Israel no longer cares about us. Israel doesn't like you anymore. And you can understand how that would really... I told you yesterday, this was a Boogie Bob exclusive. I told you yesterday that it broke across the wire as I was coming to visit with you guys in 10-degree weather. Donald Trump has now been linked to $7.8 million in foreign government-linked payments to Trump and his properties. 5.5 million of that from China. From China. He's on there telling you how horrible China is, and Joe Biden's taking money from China. Well, those are allegations, and if they're true, he should be ashamed of himself too. But this is true because they got the smoking gun, bro. Unless you're going to take a briefcase full of cash and you're doing wire transfers, and this one's sending you that, and this one's doing that, then you're going to be caught. He also said that he gave his, he would not accept his pay. I'm a billionaire. I'm going to donate my pay. He did not donate his pay. He kept all his pay. These are on record. You can look it up. Nikki correction in Iowa. Chris, I'm not doing that. I am doing this. It's the beginning of the year. Every year at the beginning of the year, I start a Bookie Bob Please Stop Smoking campaign. If you're at home right now smoking, I understand. It's a tough one to kick, but I love you. And I would love you to be there for your kids, your grandkids, your next door neighbors, best friends, uncles, cousin. Be there for everybody. Please stop smoking. There's nothing good that can come of it. Ever. Oh, this piece of shit. Did you get a haircut?
No.
Oh, I'm looking directly at you. I couldn't even guys, look who came again unannounced.
Unannounced, we have to turn the camera.
Do I have to turn the camera? Because you decided to jump into my shit?
I decided to jump in.
Okay.
I'm here with friends. I'm just reading a story with you, then I'm going to dip. I'll be right around the corner.
Look who it is. It's
What's up, guys?
James. James, how are you today, my friend?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm fine. Did you just get off your shift at the manhole cover?
What?
You danced. I heard you were dancing at the manhole cover. How did it go?
Is that a...
It's a gay bar.
Yeah.
You don't act dumb, bro. You were employee of the month for 4 months straight. Tell me, how is it? How's your fella? How's he doing? Is he good?
fella.
You broke up?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sorry to hear. First of all, you know LGBTQ plus on our show are very welcome. We support you.
You're going to be convinced I'm gay after
Well,
all
who
the
cares?
comments
You're not picking up no ladies in this chat.
Yeah. Here, I have a gift card.
I told this nigga. What do you want?
Whatever.
What do you mean, whatever? Pick something from the menu.
Hi there.
Hello.
How are you? Are you friends with James?
I am.
Why?
Comic-Con.
Did you lose a bet?
Yeah,
I did.
yeah, me, her, and Tyson here met at Comic-Con. Remember I
Hey,
was showing
Tyson,
you,
what's happening, man? How are you?
Remember when I was the knight and there's another Spider-Man with me? He was the other Spider-Man.
Oh, he was better than you.
Yeah.
You were much better than him.
On the Spider-Man shoot
On
we
the
did.
Spider-Man stuff, you were way better than him. He looked like he shouldn't have been there. You looked great.
Trying to find it.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys, that James has ruined the show again. I apologize.
Where you going?
I'm going to just keep reading the news since he's over here blowing my shit. Hi, Smooth. How are you?
You guys come back, we'll split.
Did anybody see the movie Killers of the Flower Moon?
No, I'm meaning to.
So it's a Scorsese flick.
Yep.
It has, it's absolutely, if you want like super action, it's not one of those.
No.
It's a true story.
Is James just like
About-
Joe? How?
Joe is a lot younger looking than James.
Yeah. Times haven't been kind to me.
Killers of the Flower Moon is a story, a true story, about Native Americans, Indians, indigenous people of North America who were treated like total shit. Picture the early 1900s, let's say the 1930s, 1940s, and they're treated as bad or worse than animals or black folks at that time. Well, it turns out that they're literally, these guys are literally, how close do you think they are to each other right now?
You're like about the kids.
Their stomachs are touching, and look at how loud they are. Their stomachs are touching.
If they kiss or fight, we gotta
It's like
show
if I was talking to James right now, what have you been up to? How are you?
Yeah.
I look at these guys like they're morons. They're literally,
It does look like I got my hair cut. Yeah, you're right.
they're literally inches away. They're almost making out, and they're yelling to each other.
If they kiss or fight, we gotta
How's your
show it.
mom? What have you been up to, James? How's everything? Anyways, these Indian folks were treated as lepers and shit, and then
They walked away, guys.
they hit pay dirt because the earth that they owned was sitting on oil, and they all became multi-millionaires. And then so people like the mayor or different shady people from the town started killing them off with poison.
Yep.
One by one. All of the Indian women would marry the white guy who said he loved her. I love you so much. He'd marry her, then feed her poison, kill her, and take her stuff. Anyways, very, very crazy movie. If you haven't got a chance to see it, I just wish these bitches would shut up.
And they're back. Quick question: do you schedule your uploads? Because I literally just got an
No.
alert for it. You just uploaded now.
I don't
and we're
schedule
sitting here.
anything. Yeah. I don't. James, do you know her number? Is there any? That's Christina Aguilera. If you guys know her number, I just need to talk to her just briefly.
Yeah,
It's
briefly.
a personal.
Just from a
it's
personal
of a
matter.
personal nature. It has nothing to do with my anal warts. Nothing. I'm going to make that clear.
Christina Aguilera,
My anal
can you help
warts
me with my
have
anal warts?
nothing to do with our conversation. Do you know who this is?
Isn't that Chris Martin?
No, that's Ian Ziering.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of too.
Beverly
from,
Hills
Sharknado.
90210 and Sharknado. Well, he got in a
Pauline.
fight with some kids on motor scooters the other day, little
Yeah,
mini
didn't they
bikes.
rob him?
No, they bumped his car or something. He was on Hollywood Boulevard. He ran up and fought like 9 of them. He was very close to being murdered by them.
Well, the
they were all
sharks helped
swinging their helmets at him and stuff. Now, I wouldn't say we're friends, but we're acquaintances.
Us?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
distant acquaintances.
Yeah.
Do you know her? Is there any way you can get me her number?
Probably know someone that knows someone that knows someone.
I think it's Nicole Swearinger.
Yeah, Scherzinger.
Swearinger. I'll talk to her later. I'll call her later, and we'll see. Do you know anything about Pistorius? Pistorius, let me get his first name, Oscar. Oscar Pistorius was actually in the Olympics. He had both of his legs amputated, and he runs on them bent hooks, the hooks that go
Oh,
forward.
yes. I've seen this
He
guy.
was an Olympic runner. He was very famous. He murdered his girlfriend on Valentine's Day 6 years ago. He shot her
Oh,
through
yes.
the door of her
I remember
bathroom.
this.
Ended up going to prison. He got out yesterday. How do you shoot and kill
And
your
get out.
girlfriend on Valentine's Day and then get out? Oscar Pistorius is due to be released from prison Friday. I think he got out yesterday, believe it, to live under strict conditions at a family home after having served nearly 9 years of a murder sentence. Well, I had 6, I can set 9. You remember the big crane topple that happened?
Yeah.
2 people were acquitted in the crane topple. Now, James, you live in New York and Jersey, so you've seen some of these skyscrapers,
Yeah.
and you see the cranes.
Yeah.
The cranes are taller than the skyscrapers because
yeah.
they're the things that made the skyscrapers. These cranes are huge, bro. Block long,
That was the one
easily a
that
block
fell
long.
like a couple blocks away from you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this might be a different one, but let's see. 2 New York City construction bosses
Yes,
accused of
correct.
recklessly using a crane to topple over near fatal accident in a Manhattan job site were acquitted. Timothy Braco, 46, and Terrence Edward, 44, dodged second-degree assault and the 2000 crane collapse. So that's not the same one. That's, this one is another one. The one that happened to me was like last year.
Yeah.
I took you there with a Boogie Bob exclusive.
Yeah, you made it crash.
I had something to do with the crash. I'm not gonna.
Did you already cover Gypsy Rose?
No, but I will.
Cool.
Do you want to ruin the whole show or just your segment that you ruined? Which
I'm just curious because I wasn't here the other day when you did it.
gay lie on work fixes. One of the first people to highlight plagiarism by ousted Howard president. I don't care. Pooch lays waste to $4,000. This sounds interesting. I wish this guy with his little beads in his hair, looking like a little bitch, would shut up. He's just yelling and screaming to be a tough guy. First of all, he's got a backpack with a turtle shell on it.
It's Bowser.
He's Bowser.
Yeah.
Pooch lays waste to 4G. What do you think that means?
He shit on AT&T.
I think he ate $4,000.
4G. Is
Do you think 4G is a network? Duh. Do you think 4G is the thing? These guys are bitches, bro. Listen to this. A Pennsylvania couple did what they had to do. To do. That's poop. That's poop. Last month, after their pooch gobbled up $4,000. Their pooch ate $4,000, and I think they, don't tell me they sat there and waited for him to shit it out. That would be horrific. This is Cecil. He has never done anything bad in his life until he ate $4,000. She put that on her Instagram reel. The post has racked up more than 500,000 shares. An envelope full of $50 and $100 bills for construction workers has been sitting in the kitchen counter for 30 minutes. When the husband Clayton discovered shredded bills on the floor, they sifted through the 7-year-old Golden Doodle's waste. That's his poop. and ultimately recovering $3,500.
There you go.
Now, one of the times that I was in jail, a friend of mine came to visit me. He smuggled me in a film canister. Remember when we used to take pictures with a film?
Yes.
The 35, shit. You got your charger with you today?
Do you have a wire? I have an iPhone. Why, low battery?
It's good, yeah, low battery. I got 15 minutes. I got a low battery in 15 minutes.
And when they come back, I'm gonna scoot.
I'll tell the poop story later. But my friend smuggled me in weed in a film canister. I put it in my shoe. I walked past the guards. It hurt so bad. And on my heart, I didn't understand. While I was putting it in my shoe to walk past the guards, I thought it'd be fine. But my heart's literally doing it as he's searching me. I'm like, he's like, you nervous? I go, no, it's just hot in here. I'm cold at the same time. Anyways, I thought, oh my God, I'm busted. I ended up walking past him. We got to the place, and then just to make sure they weren't going to get us, my friend swallowed it. So they never did search our cell, but just in case. He swallowed. 3 days later, we had to dig through his poop to get the weed out. So that's another story. I will be doing that. Hundreds of
Talking about
looters
some
crashed
shit weed,
away.
am I right?
That was actually pretty good weed. Haven't smoked weed in 25 years. Here's the piece of crap that shot a kid at the school. Now, were you bullied in school?
He won't say bullied in school.
I know you were, but I don't want to put your shit out there. Did you ever think, oh my God, I want revenge on these people?
I mean, yeah, but not killing them.
No, I know you're not going to kill people.
Yeah.
But you understand the mindset of some of these people.
Yeah.
They're so bullied and so helpless, they feel like they want to get revenge. Well, I don't know why you shoot a sixth grader. I can't believe this sixth grader was
I can understand
bullied.
shooting people that were bothering you. You know what I mean?
You're going to jail for that.
You know what I'm saying? I can understand that myself. I don't understand killing a little kid over it.
Indianapolis police on Wednesday released body cam footage of a cop shooting and killing a suspect who allegedly dragged a woman into his truck and stabbed her multiple times. That's a payback. The cop shot his ass. The disturbing incident, Midtown mower cusses at a cop. An out-of-control Mercedes driver who went on a Midtown New York day rampage choked his girlfriend and yelled, "F you," to the police, who then told him to roll down his window. Then they whooped his ass, sprayed him, and gave him a little welcome to New York City Police Department hospitality. Anyways, this guy shot the kid, sixth grader, killed him. In Iowa. Kidnap and extort targets. The armed men who kidnapped 32 migrants in northern Mexico last week aimed to extort money from them and their families. Horrible. Did you see yesterday we had two trains crash into each other?
So the other day when we were going, I felt like a weird thing. I thought that's what the derail was, but it fully two collision.
Yeah, we had two trains yesterday.
1, 2, and 3
subway
are shut
trains
down.
derail. At least 24 strap hangers were injured and hundreds evacuated when two subway trains collided. Now, let me tell you something. Obviously, it's horrible to be on a train and have it crash. You understand?
Yeah.
But let me tell you what's more horrible, James. Being on a train and crashing and then you not acting like your back is broke. You have to say your back hurts.
Yeah,
James.
right? Get some money.
Your neck hurts, your back hurts, because what's going to happen is more than likely it will down the road.
Yeah.
And you have to be prepared for that. Everybody else is like, oh, sir, are you hurt? Yes. My back hurts and I can't get it up no more. So I'm suing on behalf of me, my emotional trauma, and my wife.
That's what I'm doing with my elbow. I'm suing the Popeyes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But my friends are here. I'm going to head out. Good seeing you, Bob. Good seeing you, everybody.
Take care. So nice to meet you guys. You make a much better Spider-Man than him. That's just the way it goes.
See you, Bob.
All right, brother. You be good, okay?
You too, man. I'll text you.
Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Subway trains derail. Kids quickie joyride on the rails. A group of reckless youngsters found their way onto the two empty Queens tracks and went for a brief joyride. So the two trains crash into each other. That means those trains are shut down. They turn off the electric third rail, and the kids go on there with their bicycles and start. These are morons. Listen, I was young too. I did stupid stuff. Stab happy New Yorker. that's a nice way of putting it. He's stab happy. A man who brutally stabbed and beaten was brutally stabbed and beaten on a Bronx subway platform this week had just wished his attacker a happy new year. Hey buddy, happy new year! Oh thanks, let me thank you with a blade. The guy said happy new year and the guy stabbed him up. A 29-year-old victim identified by sources as Carlos Paliza was standing on the southbound D train platform on 182nd Street in Fordham around 8:45 New Year's Day when four strangers walked up to him. He said, "Hey, happy new year, guys." They began to argue with him and stabbed him. I tell you what, man, I get on that train. I just dropped a video, a short. I dropped a short just a couple days ago where you get on the train. I said, don't say nothing. Talk to nobody. I want to get on a train and wish people Happy New Year. You're probably better off not saying nothing. Get on a train and do like everybody else. Hold your phone and go like this. I wear sunglasses. I wear my sunglasses when I take the train. NYPD fire inspector working in Brooklyn was forced to run for cover when multiple shooters fired off rounds from the rooftop. Those are young boys. Those are young boys. They're like, yo, let's shoot at him. That's funny. I was walking with my buddy. My buddy is my DJ. Came out to visit me. We went to Marquee nightclub. I owned the coat check there. I think I owned the bathrooms at the time. We were walking. It's 4 in the morning, and we hear this horrible crash right beside us. I thought a car crashed. I'm not kidding. We look around. It's a phone book. I'm like, what the hell is that? And then all of a sudden, phone books started crashing down around us like it was rain. It's like rain. Kids on the Roof. That was, by the way, Whoopi Goldberg's projects in Chelsea. They decided they just should have want a couple guys walking through their neighborhood, and they started. My mom got scared and said, "You're living with your uncle and aunt in Bel Air." I'm only doing 3, guys. I don't have time because my thing's down to like 8%. Boom. Today is cancer. Cancer. Something you will see here in the new year will inspire you to be more upbeat about your own situation. It might not seem a nice point to make, but the fact there is billions of people in the world who would swap places with you in a minute. Guys, no matter how bad it is, there's somebody else doing a lot worse. God bless them. God bless them. Let's do it again. Leo, for Kathy. This is a special Leo shout out for Kathy. What occurs today will put a new slant on what is going on at your place at work. What you previously saw as a challenge to your authority will now reveal itself to be a cry for help, and who better to seek assistance from you but you? Last but not least, let's let God sort it out. This is all God, this one. Gemini. Your financial situation may be a bit worrying, but if you stay calm and look for sensible solutions to your cash flow problems, it shouldn't be too hard to find one that suits you. In future, though, don't spend too much on stuff you know you don't need. Also, if you need to pick up some easy cash, you can give blowjobs for $20 and make $80. First of all, I don't think that's appropriate. I tell Gemini to give blowjobs. That's crazy. I apologize for that. That's Sally Brompton, our dear friend. Very disappointed in you today. This is a moron. Smuggled a blade into a Long Island inmate. You smuggle a blade to a Long Island inmate. What are you, a moron? Yes, you are. I don't know why I didn't bring my wire. Guys, I don't have, it's going to be a very short news program. I'm down to like 5%. I apologize. I'm just going to let it go until it ends. A high-ranking nurse at the Nassau County Correction Center allegedly smuggled a ceramic blade to an inmate whom she was having a unauthorized relationship. You dumbass. Here he is. There's your winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. There's your loser. And there she is hiding her shame. She had a nice job, probably benefits, health, and she brings him in a blade. Arrest of knife guy in rape. 25-year-old man accused of wielding a knife while an accomplice allegedly raped a female. I brought you the story. It was a Boogie Bomb exclusive, and I said they're going to catch him. Worker inside a Brooklyn business nearly 2 weeks ago has been arrested. Muhammad Alwi, 25 of Canarsie, was nabbed Wednesday in connection to the attack. The 40, and you know he's going to snitch on his boy. Listen, you're going to jail for 25 years. Well, if I tell you that my friend Tony Baker was with me, can I get 20 years? Trust me, he sniffed already. So tomorrow you'll be reading about his accomplice who was busted. Gypsy Rose Lee. She is a young girl whose mother, horrible, despicable mother, she helped have murdered by her new boyfriend. She was a young girl whose mom had Munchausen syndrome by proxy. What that means is she would make her little girl sick every single day by feeding her poison and going to different doctors and saying, my child was in a wheelchair, she couldn't walk, she's got glaucoma, and she put acid in her eyes, and the girl finally found a little boyfriend on the thing, and long story short, she ended up meeting the boyfriend on the internet. The boyfriend came over, killed the mom. She went to prison, and that was it. Homeowner kills invader, ticked off at U.S., what have you. Guys, I'm going to cut it right there. I appreciate you. I love you very much. Please be kind and loving to each other. God bless.